Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told.
Politics on the frontier of 1876 was often a brawling, conniving business. Wyatt Earp, as Marshal of Dodge City, was appointed by the mayor and council. He didn't have to run for election. But when Charlie Bassett, sheriff of Ford County, decided not to seek election again, Wyatt was confronted with a difficult choice. He must either allow a bad choice backed by some cattlemen to take over the sheriff's office, or he must find a candidate with whom he could work in honest law enforcement. So Wyatt decided that young Bat Masterson should make the race for sheriff. The big trouble was that neither Wyatt nor Bat knew how many guns were loaded and aimed at them.
Howdy, gentlemen.
Howdy, Sheriff.
Thanks, but I ain't sheriff yet. Just a small matter of getting elected. Maybe that'll help.
What you got in mind, Mr. Lanford?
Well, you know that Earp's talked Bat Masterson into running against me.
Mm-hmm.
Just two things wrong with Bat as a candidate.
He's Earp's best friend. What's the other thing?
He's young and cocky. He won't walk away from a fight. I've got to make the voters understand that a brawling, trigger-happy kid ain't the sort they want for sheriff. Maybe you fellas can help spread that idea around.
I don't know. Bat's awful good with a gun, Mr. Lanford.
You won't need guns. Don't even wear those things. Get him into arguments. Pick fistfights with him. Keep him in trouble. He's bound to lose his temper and get himself branded around the county as a hoodlum brat. See what I mean?
You seen Mr. Masterson?
Sure, he's in the parlor of the Dodge Hotel, sparking Miss Alma.
Oh, no.
Oh, there's no need to fret, Wyatt. The voters approve of Miss Alma. At least they elected her daddy state senator.
Yeah. Well, she thinks she knows too much about politics. Now, Hal, you take my patrol. I'm going to see to it that the future Sheriff Masterson gets home safe.
It isn't that I have anything personal against Mr. Earp. But what kind of a political campaign is this? No speeches, no rallies, nothing but a couple of advertisements in the Globe.
Oh, honey, you know I couldn't make a speech. I'd be all tongue-tied and I'd...
Well, Jerry Lamphere's making speeches. He goes all over the county.
Shaking hands, kissing babies. Whew, those poor babies.
Well, my father says you're going to lose if you keep listening to Mr. Earp. He's a political liability.
What?
He's a controversial figure. He has personal enemies, and the voters will think that you're much too close.
You folks got a lease on this here parlor? Move on, Sonny. I'm expecting a gal of my own.
Let's you and me settle this outside.
Oh, no, Bat, please.
Ah, he's just talking big. He wouldn't...
Ah! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it!
Hold it! That's enough. Hold your temper. You get out of here.
I'll see him again.
We'll all be around.
Now, what was all this about?
He came busting in here
And you hit him first. Now he'll probably go all over town talking mean, and then he'll start another fight. Papa says that's the main thing Bat has to be on his guard against.
Well, the senator's right. Now, why don't you take Miss Alma down to the Texas Cafe and have some lemonade? Simmer down.
How did you get here so quick?
I just happened to be standing outside and I heard the rumpus. You take charge of him, Miss Alma.
No, I've got a headache now, and I'm going up to my room.
I sure am sorry, hon.
Couldn't be helped, I guess. But you should have stayed out of it, Mr. Earp. Every time you show the voters how close you are to Bat, it'll cost him votes. Well, Papa says it could be fatal.
Yes.
I'll see you later, Bat.
For dinner?
All right.
She just got upset about the fight.
Yeah. Did you ever see that cowhand before?
No.
Mr. Lamphere must be trying something cute.
Politics. To make me look bad?
That's right. I got a hunch. Let me have your gun. You walk down towards the Texas Cafe. I'll follow you, but no gun.
All right. Am I supposed to know either of you?
Now we'll have it out real good.
No, you don't sucker me again. You take him to jail. I'll go see Lamphere.
No, that's just what he wants. Now, these two can walk. You heard him on to jail.
All right. Come on.
You'd make a fine sheriff, beating people up in the street.
Come on.
Now, what's got you moaning so low?
Politics. I don't like politics.
Oh, you don't like politics, huh?
No, I must have been local when I promised you I'd run for sheriff.
Now, this is important. We've kept a lid on Dodge. And the only reason we've been able to do that is because Charlie Bassett and Bill Tillman have run an honest sheriff's office, right?
Right.
Now, if those hoodlums put Lamphere across as sheriff, the whole town is going to blow wide open. Don't you understand that?
Why can't I withdraw and let you run?
Look, we've been through this a dozen times. They wouldn't elect me for sheriff. I'm not that popular.
Well, I think you are.
Weren't you at the hotel when Miss Alma told us that my being your friend was a drawback?
Oh, I suppose we gotta quit being friends, huh? Oh, no, if that's what it takes to get elected.
All you gotta do is just take it easy and stay out of fights. Now, the reason the Lamphere sicked those 3 gunfighters on you was so that people would think that you were raunchy and wild. Now, you just let me do the fighting.
And the voters will think I'm scared.
No, they won't. Now, look. Being a sheriff is a dignified job. You just can't go around swinging at every cowhand that's hired to taunt you into it.
All right. I'm going home. Will I get my gun back?
No. I'm escorting you home.
No, it's still my bodyguard, huh? Well, you never let any of us wet nurse you.
That's because I'm not running for sheriff of Ford County.
Well, a promise is a promise. I'll be a good little boy.
And now, gentlemen, I come to the main point. My opponent, Mr. Bat Masterson, is a common thug. A hireling in the employ of Wyatt Earp.
I don't believe
I have here 3 honest cowhands just now released from Mr. Earp's prison. Last night, each one of them was set upon by Mr. Masterson. And when they tried to defend themselves, Mr. Earp joined his friend Masterson in beating them with fists and gun barrels. Masterson had no reason to assault these men. I'm going to introduce them presently, and each one of them will tell you that Masterson was in a nasty mood and picked a fight.
You wait here.
Oh, no, Bat, no.
Is this the kind of man you want for sheriff? A drunken, irresponsible gunfighter and hoodlum. A killer who, if elected, will still be working for Marshal Earp. You're a liar!
All right, Mr. Masterson, you take care of Miss Alma.
He was lying about me. He said
I don't care. You take her back to the hotel and start your patrol. You understand?
Yes, sir.
It was just a political speech. Politicians don't have to take an oath when they talk.
Mr. Lamphere, I'm sorry if Mr. Masterson said you were lying.
Oh, you're sorry.
That's right. You see, Mr. Masterson just doesn't understand that you're a natural-born liar and can't help yourself.
What are you laughing at? I know what I'm doing.
Now, we got free speech in this town. So, Mr. Lamphere, you just go on with your meeting.
You try and stop me.
Well, I just said I wouldn't do that. Now, you just climb back up on your little platform there and tell the biggest whoppers you can think of.
That is just exactly the sort of thing that will keep right on happening here in Dodge City. You saw with your own eyes.
Well, you won't listen to me.
I will now.
Really? Well, I told you last night, you and Mr. Earp don't know ABC about politics. Now, my father's coming to town this afternoon, and he can tell you how to get elected.
All right.
You'll do what he says?
Yes.
Papa likes you. If you go along with his ideas, you can win. And being sheriff is just a beginning. Why, there's no telling how high you can go in politics. And I like you, too. Very much.
Well, thanks, hon.
Oh, later. Here comes Mr. Earp.
Here, wear this.
Oh, I thought you didn't want me to wear a gun.
Yeah, Mr. Lamphere isn't going to try fistfighting anymore. He's proved his point.
You think he'll gun me?
Well, he's a little too slow for that. But he might hire a drunk or somebody else to make a play against you, hoping you'll shoot.
Yeah, I get it. But why you trusting me with a gun? I might lose my temper and use it.
Lose the election?
Yeah.
No, you won't shoot unless you have to. Anyway, Mr. Lamphere is playing a lot dirtier than I expected. You can't walk around town unarmed.
What happened to your idea of wet nursing me?
Well, I got a nice little telegram here from Senator Drew. Says if we want his support, we got to follow his instructions. I guess Miss Alma sent him a telegram last night.
Yeah, I guess she did. But you're still the boss as far as I'm concerned, Wyatt.
So let's see what the political expert has to say. Meanwhile, you're supposed to be a deputy marshal. So, get on your patrol.
All right.
The Globe just came out. They've printed every one of Lamphere's charges right on page 1.
Masterson assaults cowhands. Goes on rampage with fists. The Earp candidate denounced by Jerry Lamphere. Stupid. Damnably stupid.
Oh, it isn't Bat's fault, but you know how he hero worships Mr. Earp.
Well, I thought he listened to you until I could get here.
Not against Mr. Earp.
Ah.
Oh, they're both just babes in the woods, really. But, Papa, I still think Bat can amount to something. The people like him. And Oh, Mr. Earp, I'm so glad you could come in a hurry.
Not at all. Howdy, Senator.
Hello, Wyatt. Sit yourself down.
Thank you.
Papa has to go back to Topeka on the night train, so I'll leave you two to talk.
Seen this?
No, sir. Well, you know, the Globe is supporting Mr. Lamphere. He does a lot of advertising.
I don't like the hoodlum crowd. That's why I encouraged you to find a man who can beat Lamphere.
Yes, sir.
Frankly, when you picked Masterson, I had my doubts, but Alma's kind of interested in the boy.
Well, sir, in all due respect to Miss Alma, I didn't consider her feelings. I picked Mr. Masterson because I could trust him and I could work with him.
That's the trouble.
What do you mean?
Politically, Wyatt, you and Bat are too close.
Oh, I see.
You've been a fine marshal here, but let's face it. An honest peace officer makes enemies. He can't be honest and popular at the same time.
I guess so. Well, I don't see why Mr. Masterson has to be saddled with my enemies.
There's a way around that. You and Masterson could have a big row in public.
You mean a fake quarrel?
Wyatt, this is politics. A campaign is half play acting. You want an honest sheriff, right?
That's right.
Then what's a little Phineas T. Barnum stunt compared to getting Bat elected?
Well, except Mr. Masterson can't act worth shucks.
Bat doesn't have to be an actor. You make the quarrel. Make him think it's in dead earnest.
Well, all right, you're the expert, Senator. I'll trail him around. Maybe something will happen to make it look good.
Fine, Wyatt, fine.
No. Put it on the ace. The ace. That isn't. You gotta play percentage in this thing, boy. You never will win it. Look, if it. Where you gone?
Frog face. Turn around. I want to talk to you. Have you thought it over?
Tain't enough money, Mr. Lamphere. I can get killed.
Bat won't draw on you.
No? How can I be sure of that?
$50 more says he won't. He can't afford a gunfight, Frogface. He's in politics. All you have to do is wave your gun around at him, call him a few names.
Oh, play acting, huh? Did you just play acting, Mr.
A
Lavender?
practical joke, that's all.
Oh. Well, if that's all it is. You know what I'll do? I'll pull out my gun, I'll sneak up behind him, and I'll say, wait a minute, you. And then I might even fire a shot over his head, just to give him a little scare, see? Then when he turns around, I'll say, I got you, you bum. What, you think you're gonna make a sheriff of this town? Let's see what kind of a brave sheriff you are, and I bet you'll just fade right there away from me.
Hello, Bat. How's your campaign coming?
Pretty good, thanks. Hi, fellas. How you doing? Thanks,
Stay in there, boy. I'm gonna vote for you, Bat.
Thanks, Mr. Stinson.
You yellow pup. Now I got you.
Now, take it easy, Frogface.
Go for your gun. Let's see what kind of a brave sheriff you'd make. Oh! You shot me! I'm killed! I'm killed!
Mr. Masterson, you promised to quit fighting.
What? Wasn't a fight. Hold still now, Frogface.
He tried to draw on me, White. I had to defend myself.
It's an accident with his own gun. You're not hurt bad, just pinched in the leg.
You'll be all right, Frogface. I'll get you over to Dr. McCarty.
Oh.
Well, that winds it up, Mr. Masterson, turning your star.
What?
You broke your promise.
Are you loco? I told you it was an accident.
We used to be friends. I did the best I could for you. Now we're finished.
Why, listen.
Save your breath.
Don't take it that way, Bat. You're lucky to find out so quick.
Lucky?
I wasn't going to vote for you, but now that you're rid of Earp, I'm with you.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. And I'm not saying I never made a lot of trouble for Wyatt. Ever since the first days in Ellsworth, I've been getting into scrapes he got me out of. But this time it's his fault. He wouldn't even give me a chance to explain. Just gets sore and fires me in front of that crowd of hoodlums.
Maybe he never really was your friend.
Wyatt, he's been like my big brother. He taught me gunfighting. Saved my life half a dozen times.
But a true friend wouldn't pull out on you the way he did.
Yeah, I can't understand it. I don't know what to do, Alma. It's been Wyatt and me on the trail together in gunfights side by side. But I'm not going to beg him. He says we're through, so we're through.
And a good riddance, darling.
No. No, not losing a friend like Wyatt.
But now you'll win the election.
Election? What does that amount to compared to a man...
It cost you votes, hundreds of votes. Why, honey, when Papa heard about the split up, he said you're as good as elected. You have his support now all the way. And Papa knows. We're going far in politics. You'll be governor before many years, and
Votes, yeah, sure.
Well, what's the matter?
I don't know. I gotta think about this. I'll take a walk, and I'll think about it.
Oh, Wyatt, my boy.
Well, I guess you heard, huh?
Wonderful. Worked like a charm. Or didn't it?
Well, I don't know. I think I hurt his feelings. I was rougher on him than I meant to be.
Nonsense. After the election, you can explain to that. And you'll both have a good laugh over it. Now then, the boy has to make a few speeches. Here in Dodge and around the county. A public row isn't quite enough. He'll have to denounce you and tell the voters that he doesn't want your support.
Yes, sir.
I've hired him a campaign wagon and all the trimmings. And Spike Gillum, my own manager, is going to take charge. Bat could go places. He's young, but women want to mother him. And women swing a lot of votes, even if they can't vote themselves. Bat has a good, honest face, and he likes people.
Well, there's just one thing, though. What if he doesn't make up to me?
Now, don't you worry about that. Politics is politics. Well, I'm in a rush. Have a lot of odds and ends to pick up and a train to catch. Here's to the new sheriff, Bat Masterson.
Well, sir, thank you for your advice.
No, I must thank you for taking my advice. Don't miss Bat's speech this afternoon. More effective if you're in the crowd when he denounces you.
I'll be there, sir.
Gentlemen, My father had to return to Topeka on business, so he asked me to introduce Mr. Masterson, our next sheriff. Now, you all know Mr. Masterson's record as a fearless deputy marshal. But there is one point that I'm sure Mr. Masterson wishes to explain to the voters. His opponent has charged that he is the henchman of Marshal Wyatt Earp. This is not true. Mr. Masterson and Mr. Earp are no longer friends. But I'm sure that Mr. Masterson doesn't need me to speak for him. He can speak for himself. And so I give you Mr. William B. Bat Masterson, the next sheriff of Ford County.
I'd like to talk directly to Wyatt Earp. Wyatt, Alma's got things a little mixed up. You're still my friend no matter what you think of me. Look, you're sore at me. And maybe as you see it, you have a right to be sore. Well, that doesn't matter. I'll go on naming you as my friend as long as I live. And if claiming you as a friend makes me unworthy of election as sheriff, well, that doesn't matter. You know, good friends are scarce in this life. A man would be a fool to trade a friend for a political office. Anybody that votes for me votes for Wyatt Earp, too.
I don't exactly like you, Earp, but I'll vote for you. And I'm going to vote for Bat Masterson.
Stupid.
And furthermore, gentlemen,
Masterson. Yeah, you better wear that, too.
thanks, Wyatt. You know, you sell yourself too short. I'm going to win that election, and mostly because of you.
Yeah? Well, I don't know. You lost Miss Alma and her papa.
2 votes, phooey.
Get behind me. Keep your hand off that gun.
Mine!
No! Lick him at the poles. Come on, help me pick up these men. Take them over the dock.
Come on, you're not hurt, man. Lamp for $5.40. Masterson, $9.62. I never would have believed it. Hey, how about that?
Congratulations, Sheriff Masterson.
Thanks.
Come here. Take that off.
Oh, yes, sir.
Compliments of Marshal Earp.
Is this all you got to do to be elected? Just be yourself and tell the truth?
Well, I tell you, politicians have been trying to figure out different ways for over 1,000 years, but you can't lick the truth. And every once in a while, a good man comes along to prove it. Say, I almost forgot, there's a pretty little gal waiting for you over in the parlor of the Dodge Hotel.
Miss Alma.
No. No, this one wants you to run for president next year.
A new girl. Excuse me.
Well, he cleaned up the country, the old Wild West country. He made law and order prevail. And none can deny it, the legend of Wyatt forever will live on the trail.
Oh, Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp, brave, courageous, and bold. Long live his fame, and long live his glory, and long may his story be told. Long may his story